Hi, Ruth.
Hello.
Thank you so much for coming along and being part of the My Mortgage podcast. So I just wanted to get a little bit of a sense of who is Ruth and then what My Mortgage has done to help you in the past, and maybe a little bit about your perspectives on mortgage advisors as well. So let's start off with, who is Ruth?
Oh, hi everyone. Who is Ruth? I am a wife and mother. I have two children, 8 and 11, and my husband who is a teacher. We have lived in the Waikato for a very long time, come and gone and returned again, and we love it here. It's such a great place to live. We have an awesome community, and I have a photography studio in the Hamilton CBD, which is where we are right now. And yeah.
Cool. Now, tell me about your journey with My Mortgage. So you connected with Greg and he helped you. I think it must have been quite early days in his journey. So he would have been maybe like about 2017, 2018 perhaps to do a purchase. And then you built a home, and you had some really cool comments, I thought, about the value of a mortgage advisor, which I think would be cool to share.
Yeah, so I think actually we must have connected with Greg earlier than 2018. I think it was about 2011.
Oh, cool, yeah.
I think that we purchased our first home 2012, 13. So, so early days, and he was awesome. Just coming into it, not really knowing what we were doing or what we wanted or what we could afford. We had both just started working full time. I think we were maybe a year or two in, so a little bit weary of the commitment and not sure what life would look like for us going forward. We knew that we wanted to have a family. We didn't want to overcommit. We wanted to have some flexibility once we had kids to, to still travel and things like that. So Greg was really, really helpful in just helping us have a really good overview of what we could do, what was within our means, and what that sort of all looked like. Yeah.
Cool. And then when you stepped into that investment property space, I know he spent a bit of time with yourselves and your accountant just to kind of have a bit of a conversation around, what might work for you and how that looked. So I think you found that quite useful.
Yeah. So I think that's where the value lies, actually, in a mortgage broker. You think that they're just sort of looking at the numbers for you, but they can just offer so much more than that. So that was one thing that surprised me about our experience with My Mortgage, was just such a holistic service and offering, in that they not only help you with getting the mortgage, but it's everything else around that as well. Like we got to a point in our investment journey where we wanted to purchase some investment properties, and so we had a chat with Greg, but also with our accountant, and so it was really great just having this kind of merging of skill sets. We had a meeting with everybody, and they were just able to riff off each other and help us together, actually. And so the advice was so much more than just the numbers. It was everything else as well.
Yeah, that's really cool. I'm really glad to hear that, because I think it's something that we, it's hard for us to say that ourselves, because we know what the value is, but it's your perspective as a client that's actually the most important. So thank you very much for those comments. It's awesome. And you've probably got to know the business itself a little bit better over the years too, and in the last couple of years being in business groups together, it's been really cool to get to know your business and for you to get to know ours. So what do you kind of see out there in the wild regarding My Mortgage?
Yeah, I think there's like two parts to that. There's like, My Mortgage just has a really good reputation and is really trusted in the community, and I think everybody that I have met that knows of my mortgage or has used one of the advisors at my mortgage has always just spoken about it so highly. So that's really cool to kind of hear. We're always referring you guys, so it is really wonderful to be able to do that knowing that you're actually recommending quality and that like a good experience for somebody, not just people that can do their jobs, but that can actually just give a good experience as well. You're really great people, so it's easy to recommend you and refer you. And then I think there's like now that you and I have gotten to know each other through business and Greg as well, there's also that personal side where you guys just are really invested in your clients and you actually care. We're not, it's like there's so much more to it than just the work. Which is really cool as well. And I've watched your team grow and really appreciate the way that that you guys are so supportive of each other. You want the best for your clients, but you actually want the best for your team as well. And you're a really collaborative team that puts the clients first, and that's really cool to see. Yeah,
that's awesome. I think that's kind of all anyone wants to hear, right? About their business and clients and the relationship that they have with I suppose with the community as a whole. And I think at My Mortgage we're always looking to be better, and I think looking to collaborate and add more value even externally, so connect with professionals and run events and add value. And I think that's it's really cool that you feel that way. I think there was a recent time where you were looking to do a top up and it was a bit of a journey. Do you want to take us through the journey?
So we decided we needed to replace our vehicle, so we decided we'd like to purchase an EV, and there is a special green loan for that. That was a really good opportunity that we wanted to take up. We had actually already been granted a green loan for our solar power, so we thought it was really easy, which it had been the first time. And so we just applied for it ourselves for the EV and got declined. And we had absolutely no idea why. Well, we had been given an indication actually of what the reason was, but it didn't sort of stack up to our numbers. And so it was a little confusing and we weren't quite sure what to do from there, whether we should just let it go, whether we should get our house valued. It was around not having enough equity. So in the 4 months between having the first one approved and the second one declined, something had obviously changed, and we're at a bit of a loss. So that's when we got in touch with Greg, and he was able to work it all through and help us reapply, and we got approved. So that was awesome.
What a legend.
I know.
Yeah. Those bank valuations as well, I think that's what it was. There's always a value that shows, like online, and some of the banks pull up different values, and then sometimes we can get online valuations that are slightly more favourable, and not in a that they're wrong or anything, but just that's a more accurate representation of your property value. And I think that's it's just something that you kind of know when you're doing it all the time, and I'm really glad that you managed to get that result, because it's definitely going to make your life better. Like that is going to make such a big difference over the next 5 years. So cool. It's really cool. Yeah, awesome. That's so good to hear. And look, thank you, Ruth. I really appreciate your time and using this beautiful studio. If anyone does want to come and visit Ruth's photography studio, she's a wonderful photographer. But really appreciate the insights and what you've shared today. Really cool.